Do you know the saying, do as I say, not do as I do? Well, that was my relationship to the concept of cable management when it came to my desk setup. I'd always tell others that it was important, but I never did it myself. That changes now. I just bought a $15 6-pack of cable route organizers from a company called Evio on Amazon, and today I'm going to be showing you how you can easily cable manage and why I had no excuse not to do it before this point. First thing you want to do, and what I did, is disconnect most of your USB accessory cables so that only device power cables are left, which those are far more manageable. Next, what I did was place one cable route with the included adhesive strip to a prime location on the underside of my desk. I fed all the power cables from devices such as monitors into my suspended power strip. And yes, it has to stay that way because I have a motorized sit-stand desk, so it can't just lay on the ground, and I can't buy an enclosure for it because it does have to stay attached to the desk. After those cables were fed through, I then got to feeding through my display cables from my monitors. At this point, the first cable route I installed was getting pretty snug with cables, so I installed a second strip right behind to accommodate more. And then I fed the display cables through that. With the display cables done, it was time to bring back the USB accessory cables. I tucked these into the remaining spaces in both of my two cable routes, and then after that, pretty much the last big challenge for me, which probably won't apply to most people, is that I do have a USB accessory switcher, which I use to switch keyboard and mouse input between my MacBook Pro and my PC. It's really bulky and awkward because there's quite a few cables that end up inside of it and they protrude quite a bit. So I ended up stashing it in one of the nooks created by the motorized desk power supply. It doesn't look pretty right now, but I'm hoping to come up with a different solution that doesn't look quite as scuffed. After this, the really last thing I had to do was tidy up some various cables such as my headphone cables, and at that point, I was pretty much all set. It only took me around 20 minutes to complete the whole process, and here is a before and after. As you can see, before, cables were just everywhere. Afterward, there is still some cables drooping from the power supply, which I could possibly fix. As I said, I do plan to do some more work on this in the future, but other than that, I think everything looks a lot better. Now, obviously, if I didn't have a sit-stand desk, some of the cables under the desk, which go to the motors, would be eliminated, and I could find a better way of concealing the power strip, but as it is, my desk looks miles better. It's definitely worth the time to do this, and although I probably still have some work to do, as I said, I'm very impressed with these cable routes that only cost around $15. If you want to buy them, they will be linked down below. Thanks for watching another Hardwired review video. Remember to click that subscribe button because it helps me out a lot. Alright everybody, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.